are enough and you are doing enough. Please keep this in mind as you find a seated pose on your mat, and let's begin. As you settle into this seated pose, find your grounding, and inhale, sweep your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale your left hand down to the ground, reaching your right fingers overhead. You can look at the sky or look down towards your grounded hand. Sweep up and over to the other side. Right hand is grounded as your left arm reaches across, stretching the other side. Come back to center. Bring those fingertips up one more time and exhale down, child's pose. You can keep your knees together or spread them as wide as your mat for a different stretch. Close your eyes and rest your forehead on the mat. Melt into this pose. Exhale as you round through into your tabletop and create a cat and cow-like motion with your spine. Rounding the spine up and then arching your back, belly to the ground. You can take some different movements as you push up, downward facing dog, walking your heels towards the ground, taking it on the spot. Feel the shift through your hamstrings and find stillness if it works for you. Stretch your chest towards your legs. Find stillness as we round through our spine into plank and lead with our hips back, downward facing dog. One more time, roll through each vertebrae, plank, and push it back, downward dog. Readjust if you need to. Find plank again and back, downward dog. Create a fluid, water-like motion and dropping down to your knees into cobra. And here we're going to wave our chest, taking it at your own speed as you lift up back to high plank and pushing back, downward facing dog. Take a moment in this down dog before you step both feet to the front of your mat, folding forward and lifting up halfway. Keep your back nice and straight, bend from your hips, and if you need to, keep your knees slightly bent. Round and exhale, release down at your own rhythm. Bend through your legs and step your right leg back, finding low lunge. Hands are supported and you can rock back and forth and then extend into an extended stretch, coming back forward to lunge and then back, extended stretch. Dropping your hips and lifting up, keeping your hips square, pulling that left hip back and pushing your right hip forward as we flow through this. This next one we're going to hold. Inhale through your nose. Breathe here as you hold the stretch, and gently with your next exhale, release forward into low lunge, dropping that back knee. Reach your hands over your head. You can choose what you want to do with your hands, maybe bring them to your heart, or interlace your fingers and place them on top of your front knee. Find your supportive variation and feel the stretch through your psoas. If you'd like, you can drop that left hand to the ground, reaching your right fingers over top for a deeper side stretch. If this is too much, stay in the first pose. Circle that right arm down, and we're going to lift that back knee off, stepping back, downward facing dog. Readjust, maybe walk it out, and roll forward plank into chaturanga dandasana, upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck your toes back, downward facing dog. Breathe in, look towards the top of your mat, take 2 steps, find halfway lift, maybe hands to your shins and back down. Your fingertips can stay grounded or come up onto your legs depending on where you are. And now we step our other leg, our left leg, back into low lunge, shifting forward and backwards. Feeling that deep stretch. And shifting our hips back into our extended stretch and hips back forward. Again, lift the hips back and release it forward, low lunge. Find your own pace and remember to keep those hips square. Hinge from your hips in our extended stretch, keeping your back straight along that front leg. And finally, we hold that stretch. Breathing in and out, you can flex your toes towards your face or leave your foot grounded for a gentler stretch. Breathe deeply into your front hamstring here. Big exhale as you come back forward, low lunge, drop your left knee to the ground, sweep the arms up over your head, reaching your psoas down to the ground, hands at your heart, on your knee, or back up at the sky, whatever you would like. Breathe in and exhale out. Melt deeper into the ground, supporting you. If you'd like, you can release your right fingertips to the ground, sweeping your left hand over your head, stretching the left side of your body. Bring your gaze to the left fingers as they dangle above. And sweep it back, stepping back into low lunge, back into downward dog. Walk it out on the spot. Feel the difference in your hamstrings. And from here, look towards the front of your mat, stepping to the sides of your mat into Malasana yogic squat. You can bring your palms together at your heart and use your elbows to push your knees open. Use a gentle, caring pressure with your elbows. Make sure it's not too much for your body. You can sway from side to side, maybe rock a little bit, but take it to your own level. Feel through that Malasana. Inhale, straighten through your legs, walk the feet together, sway your hips from side to side, your legs releasing, and bend through your knees, toes together, your heels are touching, and open your knees to the side. Balance here on your toes, grabbing your ankles if you can, or keeping your fingertips grounded. Straighten through your spine, shoulders roll back, and bring your knees together as you sit onto the ground with your knees bent in front of you. Here we're going to take our half cow face pose. Cross your knees on top of each other. Stack your right knee on top of your left knee, your heels towards your hips. Reach your arms forward in front of you like you're in a child's pose. Remember to keep your spine straight and keep it at your own comfort level. If folding over your knees is too much, stay up straight. If your knees aren't touching, don't worry about it. Don't force it. Lift your body up, coming back to a seated pose. Hug that right knee in towards your chest using your left arm. Right wrist is at your back, and twist looking over your right shoulder. Turn from your belly button, drawing your navel in towards your chest. Keep your spine straight and exhale as you turn back to face the front. From here we come into our log pose. Take your left shin parallel to the front of your mat. Take your right heel, place it on top of your left knee, and lay your right shin across your left shin, drawing that right knee down. You can release over your legs if you're comfortable. However, the goal here is to feel a release in our piriformis and our glute muscles, not to fold over our legs. So again, listen to your body and release gently. Inhale and big exhale out of your mouth as you lift your body up, releasing this deep stretch as you gently lay your knees from side to side, releasing those hips. This time we take the cow face pose on the other side, stacking your left knee on top of your right knee, heels towards your hips. Again, stay upright or fold over your chest, whatever works. Big deep breath in and let it out, releasing into the stretch. One last exhale as you round back up, And from here, we hug that left leg towards our body and look over our left shoulder. If you'd like, you can hook your right elbow on the outside of the left knee for a deeper stretch. You can close your eyes, reaching the crown of your head up to the sky, elongating your spine. And exhale, turn back to face front. We come into our log pose. This time we're stacking our left leg on top of the right, making sure your shins are parallel and stacked completely on top one another. Again, if that top knee doesn't come down, you can stay upright and just add gentle pressure with your hands towards the other side. Don't worry about what you look like. Feel into your body, feel into the emotions coming up. Connect back to your breath, inhaling and exhaling as you come up out of the pose, finding your way to a seated pose on your mat. Comfortable, confident, roll out your head and neck in one direction and change to the other side. Inhale, sweep your fingertips up to the sky, strong, your hands together at your chest. And one more time, reach those hands up to the sky. As you exhale, hands to the space between your eyebrows, bow forward and thank yourself for showing up today. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.